Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDL44 coming at you with another video. I just got through watching highlights of the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets uh, game two, and it was a clinic. Point guard was at it again. Chris Paul is doing something special in these playoffs. Once again, he is showing that he is one of the greatest point guards to ever play this game, and tonight was him adding to his legacy. Um, he was spectacular, man, especially in that second half. Just simply spectacular. Everything he did worked out. He put up big numbers, big assists, no turnovers whatsoever, zero turnovers. It was a masterpiece. You know, it's the type of game that you want to show film to each and every young point guard um, that plays this game. You want them to see this game. You want them to study some of the things that Chris Paul did out there and how unselfish he was and how methodical he was about the shots he took and how good his handle was tonight, how crisp the team ran around him. You know, you got to give credit to guys like Torrey Craig and Miles Bridges, and it was a clinic out there. You know, Aiton continues his reign. He looks fantastic out there. Devin Booker is a superstar. I mean, what you're seeing is something special. There's something magical happening in Phoenix right now, and I'm telling you, you know, the tide is shifting as it pertains to the way these playoffs are going. Teams are starting to separate themselves. A running theme that's happening here in these playoffs is teams are delivering death blows to teams that are better, that they are better than. You know, that's what I'm seeing. Blowouts. Like, look, we are definitely better than the team we're going up against. These series are not close. Even if they get a game or two, we are separate than them. There are statements being made all over the league. Brooklyn's making them, and now I'm seeing Phoenix doing it as well. Utah seems to be doing it with the Clippers. I mean, it's really happening right now, and Phoenix looks like the team that's playing the best basketball right now. You got to give credit where credit is due. Monty Williams is doing a phenomenal job, and what you're seeing is a lot of players growing up before your very eyes. It has the feel of the Detroit Pistons to it to a degree, um, because they have a lot of players that are not necessarily unknown, but guys that are just coming into their own, and they haven't proven themselves yet. But before your very eyes, they're doing just that. And what I saw tonight was just a team that was just better than the other team. You know, Denver, they started off playing pretty well in the first quarter. They seemed like they were getting off to a good start. You saw them do some good things, but it just seemed like Phoenix was playing literally perfect basketball. Defensively, they were jumping on everything. It seemed like every shot they took, they made. Every possession was it seemed to be accounted for, and you know, they just really showed me that they are made of the right stuff. And if you don't play absolutely exquisite basketball, they will blow you out. Like, that's really what it seems like to me. You know, Utah played great last night, and looks like the Clippers are going to have their hands full. I don't know that they're going to make it out of that series, but if it does come down to Utah and Phoenix, if it really does come down to Utah and Phoenix, I think that's going to be one of the great playoff matchups we've seen, just because of style of play. Because what we've been seeing is just domination from behind the arc, like real life domination. That whole "you live and die by the three" idea, they're testing that. That's what we're seeing with these two teams. These Western Conference squads, they are putting that theory to the test, and I've been impressed with what I've seen from these two squads. Very, very impressed. So, as it pertains to the Phoenix Suns, Denver's in trouble, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell Denver. Like, you know, my idea about this series was they needed Jamal Murray to try to match up with Devin Booker. But the reality is they need a lot more than that. I don't think Jamal Murray would have saved them from the butt kicking they took tonight. I really don't. He would have had to score 50 to keep that game close. I mean, it was ugly. They just need to tighten up, get more out of some guys, maybe shake up the lineup a little bit, uh, try something. I don't know, but what I saw tonight was them just getting schooled, just completely outworked and outplayed. And Chris Paul just had his way out there. You know, to not force no turnovers, and for him to have what he had, like 16 assists, something crazy like that. That tells me that you weren't aggressive enough against him defensively. You got to use your fouls, man. You got to make people feel something. Put an elbow on the guy. Put a lay the wood, as they used to say. Put a hard screen on a guy. You can't let people just have space to maneuver like that. What I saw from Chris Paul was space created by pick and roll situations and things of that nature, for which you got to give Monty Williams. But at the same time, I look at those bigs down there and say, y'all got to hit somebody. Like, these are the playoffs. You got to hit somebody. Now, this series is going to shift back to Denver. Basically, what you've seen is Phoenix take care of business at home. And until somebody wins on the road, the series doesn't begin. We know that. But the statements that the Phoenix Suns have made in these first two games at home have let us understand that they are the better team here. So if Denver doesn't come out and play up to that understanding, play as if they're playing against somebody that's better than them, they're getting swept. And it's a shame because Jokic just won MVP, and rightfully so. But it's not a whole lot to celebrate. Can't even get 5 minutes to celebrate because he got blown out by over 40 points. I mean, it's just unacceptable. Looking at Mike Malone, it's like, man, you can't be getting out coached to this degree. Your team can't come out looking good and then get demoralized after a few plays in the second quarter. A few 3-point shots, a few defensive, stops, or rather some turnovers for your team, and they seem to just collapse. I could see if the team came out flat. If they came out like the Lakers did, just demoralized, looking like they were trotting up and down, looking like they were, running on with glass in their shoe. Like, I could see if that were the case, but they didn't. Denver came out sharp. Denver came out making good plays happen. Denver came out seemingly ready to go. Somewhere along the way, they were demoralized. Somewhere along the way, they got just their heart snatched from them. And that speaks to more than just X's and O's. So Denver has to do a heart check, figure out who they want to be. Because they look like the Lakers out there, and you can see where the Lakers are right now. So I think Denver's better than they've shown. Despite what I've seen from Phoenix playing great basketball, I think Denver's capable of playing a lot better than they did. And, they're gonna go back home. Now, we're going to see if the altitude can be friendly to them. We're going to see if the altitude can be friendly, because they are going back to Denver, and we do know, like, that is a thing. So you've been in Phoenix. Everything's been great for Phoenix. They got that beautiful floor, one of the best floors I've ever seen. Got to give their developers credit for this The Valley campaign, which has been nothing but a success because they've been winning ever since they did it. But they're not gonna have that. Now they head back to Utah, and they're gonna have their whole get down. Not Utah, excuse me, Denver. They headed back to Denver, and they're gonna have their whole get down. So be ready. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a packed house, and I do not think the series is over. I don't, but I do think the Phoenix Suns are gonna win it, and I said that from the beginning. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's looking like a sweep. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's looking like it. So Jokic and those guys, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, I'm expecting y'all to come out and play better. I did see some good things from Paul Millsap. He hit the 3-point shot. That worked. They may want to try to go back to that a little more. Jokic, like I said, he made some nice plays. He looked like himself out there, but I'm telling you, they just collapsed. That's what it was. Maybe somebody got in foul trouble. I have to go back and look at the film once again to see exactly what happened. But to me, it just looked like guys were just getting demoralized, outplayed, and just kind of, tucked their tail and walked away. And if that's the case, this series is going to be over soon. So we'll see, man. My name is BDF44. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.